Hey everybody, Injury Illustrated. We are on chapter 38. Fall is almost here. I'm continuing to take advantage of the beautiful weather. Um, and it's almost Halloween again. We started recording these chapters in Halloween of last year. So thank you for following along. And we are still creepy and Halloween themed. We're gonna stay gory today. Chapter 38 is titled Gross, the specter versus the science. People often ask, what is the grossest thing I have ever drawn? This causes me to pause and consider my audience. I always know exactly what the most disturbing illustration was, but do I want to reveal it to this person? Is this a can of worms to open or to leave it in its dark closet? So, this chapter, you'll have to read it about the grossest illustration I ever drew. There's also a case in here about a man that was involved in an explosion and it blew his legs off, which is not the grossest illustration I've ever drawn. There's some stuff in here about the AMI salon. If you're an AMI member, you might know what I'm talking about. I also got permission from Bob Shepard to use a Metavisuals illustration in here that's very gross. And there's also a case in here about a motorcycle crash where a piece of bone was literally stuck in the grill of the front of a pickup truck. All right, I'm going to read you a paragraph. A long-time lawyer and colleague loves and appreciates the value of an accurate medical illustration. He also values what he calls the pure specter. Sometimes we will conjure up a scarier, more alarming image in our minds when we are allowed to dream it up. If someone told you that their client had maggots crawling out of their toes during post-op recovery, you might imagine something quite horrifying. If I draw the maggots on top of the client's toes, the didactic factual image might not be as unnerving as imagining them emerging from the skin and writhing around. A medical illustrator will want to know these occasional hair-raising facts. They will contemplate whether the jury will be more emotionally affected by the statement that leeches were attached in an attempt to save a limb destined for amputation, or whether seeing the leeches on the blood-swollen ankle elicits more reaction. When it comes to the unusual, I like to consider the specter versus the science. Chapter 38, Gross.